Thursday, March the 1st, 2018, to you. Russian presidential election will be held on March the 18th. That said, it is quite fascinating how our electoral campaigns in Russia. Western politicians like promising lower taxes, more social spending and public infrastructure projects. However, evidence suggests that Russian voters are interested in different matters, namely nuclear capacity. Earlier today, Russian President Mr. Vladimir Putin delivered his annual address to the Federal Assembly. In his speech, Mr. Putin said that Moscow had developed a new set of strategic nuclear weapons that cannot be intercepted. He even said the creation of those new weapons had made NATO's US-led missile defense system useless. Some of those new nukes are amazing indeed. Avangard is an intercontinental hypersonic missile that could fly to targets at a speed 20 times the speed of sound and strike, in Mr. Putin's words, like a meteorite, like a fireball. Sarmat, for its part, is a new heavy intercontinental ballistic missile with range and number of warheads exceeding its Soviet-era predecessor. The most amazing weapon of them all, however, is an unnamed high-speed underwater drone which has an intercontinental range and is capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. Now, if I were Russian, how would Mr. Putin's speech encourage me to vote for him? The answer, as always, is in history. Russians have always been suspicious of the West. Furthermore, Moscow has used to resent European countries' expansionism. Consequently, by announcing Russia's new nuclear policy, what Mr. Putin is saying to Russians is that he will protect mother country. Along with proclaiming the uselessness of NATO's anti-missile system, Mr. Putin said that Russia containment has failed. Also, there was a statement we ought to heed. Listen to us now. Also, needless to say, Mr. Putin's speech was greeted with a standing ovation. Oh, I forgot. Mr. Putin also insisted this is not a bluff. That line was dedicated to us, I guess. Finally, there are two short items I want to remark. First, in his speech, President Putin said that Russia should become one of the global centers of storage in the so-called big data, but he did not say anything about intellectual property protection. Secondly, Mr. Putin declared that Russia should increase life expectancy from 73 to 80 plus by the end of next decade, but he remained silent on how he would tackle alcoholism. Anyway, Mr. Putin is in campaign. By the way, who was talking about the beast from the east? The world is still on.